I've spoken before this chamber several times in the past on the importance of taking vitamin D. Over 40% of Americans, American adults, do not have an adequate amount of vitamin D in their system.
Vitamin D deficiency is the most common nutritional deficiency in the world, period, hands down.
Several institutions of higher learning have done research and strongly suggest that vitamin D is a way to reduce the number of people who get COVID, as well as greatly reduce the effects of COVID on those people who unfortunately get it. This has been found by MIT, by Northwestern in Evanston, and by Trinity College in Ireland.
Another thing that vitamin D does, it increases heat shock protein. You might want to remember that. What heat shock protein does is that every protein in your body has a function. And so when you go under stress, whether it's ischemia, hyperglycemia, hypoglycemia, hypothermia, once a protein loses its 3D shape, it loses its function. So you don't store protein. Every protein in your body has a function. So once you lose function, you lose that the cell loses its ability to react to do what it needs to do. So what heat shock protein does is envelop that protein and keeps it in its 3D shape so it can work. So when it's undergoing stress, that after the stress is removed, the cell can survive instead of dying.
It has been my disappointment till this point that the appropriate government agencies will have no problem sending out press release and advertisements on COVID, have not addressed vitamin D.
It's a good issue that you chose to use as an example, because, yes, you're right. There are, I think if you look at the stats, it does disproportionately affect the African-American community, but to make the white people feel better about their guilt, you only hear about it because of, yes, racism. That is a part of it. Another part of it is obesity. Not that there aren't plenty of fat white people. Another part of it is vitamin D. Vitamin D is very important. My pasty white skin absorbs it easily. Yours does not. That's just science.
But isn't this also about
it doesn't fit the paradigm of this is a racist plot.